Hello and welcome to episode 2 of Ecotopia Today with your host, Doug Taylor. Ecotopia Today is coming to you on the web from the heart of the Ecotopian homeland among the foothills of the snow-capped Olympic Mountains in gorgeous Sequim, Washington. And here we are back for our first segment in our first episode. What is this guy talking about? Where and what is Ecotopia? Why have I called my show Ecotopia Today? And what are we driving at here? Like any good utopia, of course, Ecotopia is nowhere. It's not real, not manifest. It's an idea, an ideal. It's one of those realms of the spirit, like Middle-earth or Narnia, like Shambhala. And as such, it is very precious and vitally important. The idea of Ecotopia began, as far as we know here, it began as a darling little utopian novel by Ernest Kallenbach. I came upon that story when I saw my cousin Melinda after long years of separation. She gave me her copy of Mr. Kallenbach's sweet tale in her little cabin in the woods overlooking the Columbia Gorge, long ago and far away in Ecotopia. I'd like to share with you a brief synopsis of Mr. Kallenbach's story in case you're unfamiliar with it. If you haven't been to Ecotopia, I urge you to visit soon. The name Ecotopia for the nation of the Pacific Northwest comes from the title of a melodramatic but nonetheless brilliant 1975 novel by Ernest Kallenbach, who edits Film Quarterly magazine in Berkeley. In Kallenbach's book, the year is 1999, 19 years after Northern California, Oregon, and Washington have seceded from the United States. The inhabitants of these states had taken their final look at the nuclear and foreign oil-addicted, materialistic, wasteful, polluting, military-industrial-oriented, racist, sexist, soul-mangling direction in which North America was galloping headlong, and decided they wanted out. They outlawed the internal combustion engine. The country is pollution and noise-free, and an educational, social, sexual work-play ethic stresses the equal functions of men and women as tool-bearing animals capable of improving the quality of life. Violent urges are channeled into war games, and sexual promiscuity is allowed at the 4 annual holidays of the solstices and equinoxes. And, oh yes, from time to time, people have a meaningful relationship with a tree. Now, this synopsis, by the way, is from Joel Garreau's 9 Nations of North America. Kallenbach's story is fantasy, idealism. He described a land that exists, sadly, only in our hopes and dreams. Joel's work deals with a real ecotopia, a cultural and political region of the United States. A bright blue Pacific washes ashore on the bright blue politics of the left coast. It's a real region, as Dixie is a region. It is no coincidence that our Ecotopian region is the core of the Cascadian bioregion. And it is no coincidence that suggestions of Cal-exit or declarations of an independent Cascadian republic echo Ernest's utopian fantasy. Ecotopia is a realm of the heart and spirit. If you feel that spirit when the wind blows and the rain falls and the rainbows fill the sky, you're one of us. And if you are one of us, when Ecotopia calls, you too will follow.